Good morning. How are you guys on this Wednesday morning? I usually am on Wednesday evenings, so being on a Wednesday morning is a little different for me, but I'm excited and I hope that you guys are ready for today's tutorial. We are going to do the patchwork duck that we talked about yesterday. We've done a couple patchwork images. Let me find them so you guys can see here. This is our patchwork bunny that we did, and this is the patchwork frog, and we're going to do a patchwork duck today. So if you guys are wanting to paint today with me, go ahead and grab your paints and your brushes and your paper and your pencil, because we are going to get started in just a few minutes drawing and painting the duck. So this is the one. I'm going to put it up there so you guys can see it. So it is right here. This is the duck that we're going to paint. Let me just move it down just a tad. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. I know it's small. That's okay. I'll give you a chance to get a screenshot of a larger image of it in a little while. But right now, let's let everybody hop on and get prepared for painting, and then I'll give everybody a chance to get a screenshot so they have this reference photo to use. I'm actually currently working on a dinosaur patchwork too, and if we finish this soon enough, maybe I'll finish that on live as well. But hopefully you guys will join me today. So we're going to do the patchwork duck. And the very first thing that we are going to be doing is using the Meeden paper, which is right here. I have cut it into the ACEO size of 2.5 by 3.5. So I use the 5x7 size, and that is because I can get 4 ACEO sizes out of one sheet of 5x7, and I don't end up with any kind of waste, which is really nice because I don't like to waste my paper because paper is expensive, right guys? So I like to make sure that when I do cut my paper into these ACEO sizes, that I don't have to waste too much of it. And when you do the larger size, which I have the larger size and I love it, but I end up with this little strip right here on the side that goes to waste, and I end up with this right here that I can use maybe for like a bookmark or something, but it's not super wide. It's wide enough that I can use it for like a bookmark or something. So there is a little waste with the larger tablet, but you can get 9 ACEOs out of the larger tablet as well. So depending on how you feel about waste, the 5x7 seems to be, for me, it is the one I like the most. And again, you can get 4, which means that in this pack of 20 sheets, you will get 80 ACEO sizes. So it's perfect for that, and it's a really good bang for your buck. And so that is the paper that I will be using today. And as you look at it, you can see that it has this beautiful texture to it. It's 100% cotton cold press. It's a really, really nice paper. It's very similar. Nope, Jamie, we're just now getting started. It's very similar to the Bahong paper, if not the same under a different brand. I really don't know, but it's almost identical. Honestly, this one is, and this is a Meeden paper as well. This is from the same company, and you can see that it is the Bahong, and it's the same Meeden paper. So I tend to want to say that this is also that, just with a different cover on it. I don't see anywhere on it that it says it is, but it feels like it, looks like it, everything. It's amazing paper, and I love it. So that is the paper that we are going to be using. All right, I've already cut mine into ACEO sizes, so we will be pulling one of those. to use for our painting today. And let's see, the next thing that you are going to need is a pencil. I will be using the 0.5 pencil from the Nick Pro mechanical pencil set that is right here. They are offering free shipping for this product. So if you're looking to save on shipping today, they do have a special free shipping, which is nice. In this set, you get the 0.5, you get the 0.7, the 0.9, and then you get 3 of your 2.0 LEDs. So you can see, obviously, the 2.0 LED is a little bit larger, and the 0.9 LED is large. It's a little bit smaller, but if you look at the 0.5, you can see it is much, much smaller. Now, I like to use a mechanical pencil because it helps me to stay consistent in my line work. So if you are looking to do consistent line work and you want, say, your hair all to be the same width, if you're using a regular pencil like this, as the lead goes down, the pencil widens out, which means that your strokes are going to widen out as well. So if you want consistency in your width, then using a mechanical pencil is the way to go, because even though the lead may go down, it does not go wider. So you get good consistent strokes. And then if you want something wider or larger, you just change to a different size pencil. For instance, here on the whiskers, I changed to the 0.7, and it gave me a little wider stroke on my whiskers than my hair. So I like to have really good consistent line work on some of my sketches. So this is the reason that I use these. Hey, Talia, how are you? Glad you're here this morning. We're going to do the Patchwork Duck. I know it's normally Wild Card Wednesdays, and we usually do a card, and who knows, maybe I'll come on this evening and we'll do a card. But for now, I really wanted to do the Patchwork Duck, so that's what I'm going to do today. So anyway, so this is a really good mechanical pencil set for a good price. So it's not super expensive. They are offering free shipping on this set today. So if you guys are interested in grabbing it and saving on the shipping, it is a decent price. So it is not super expensive. You get all of the LEDs that you need. So you get your different soft and hard LEDs. You get erasers. You get 3 of these erasers. You get a kneaded eraser, which is really nice to have. And then you get these smaller erasers right here that fit on the end of your pencil. And then, of course, for your 2.0 LEDs, you get some colored lead and, again, all of your soft and hard LEDs. You also get a pencil sharpener for your 2.0s because those LEDs are a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, and sometimes you do have the need to sharpen those. But these 3 sizes are usually, you don't need to sharpen. They're very consistent in how they write. So I'm going to be using the 0.5 today. This is my go-to on a normal basis usually. So yay! I'm so excited for you, Talia. That's so cool. Very good. Yay. Okay. So we are going to be using this pencil. The next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a set of paints. Now, the set of paints that I'm using are going to be the Meeden tube paints. I love these paints. I love the way that they paint. I love their brightness. I love everything about them. Excuse me. These are those paints. I have refilled several of them, so you can see they kind of have a bulge on the top of the ones I've just recently refilled. I refilled them yesterday. However, they come in a tube. So when you do get them, they're like this. Okay. I purchased this empty container from Meeden. It has a case. I just pulled it out of the case that closes. But I purchased this so that I wouldn't have to pull these every time I needed paint. I could just simply use this, and then as it gets low, I could refill them. So I've recently refilled these few through here that I use often, these yellows that I use often. So it makes it easier because I have access to all the colors rather than having to pull one tube at a time and then put it back. And also I don't have any waste because it stays in here and I just use them as I need them. So I encourage you to, if you grab this set up today, I would definitely grab the empty meat-in tin as well, because it makes it so much more convenient when, sorry, I'm folding these up because they were catching and I refilled yesterday, so they're shorter now. But it makes for an easier process of not having to pull your paints every single time that you need to use them, because you already have them all in a palette format, and that makes things way, way easier. So, so there's that, and that is how they come, though. They come in the tubes, and then I just put them in this tin. Okay? All right, so you will need some paints, and then the last thing that you need will be a set of brushes or a brush. Okay, so whatever brush you're comfortable with. I will be using 2 different brands of brushes today. I'm going to be using the Meet-In brush set, which is my favorite. I love, love, love this set because it is a professional brush set, but it is not a professional price. They do have a set of 9, but I have the set of 4. I love it very, very much, and I use them every single day. The ferrule does not rust. The bristles stay in the brush, so you don't have any shedding, which is really nice. They keep their shapes really well, so even with like these larger brushes, you can see, look at how amazing that tip is when it's wet. I can even do like detail work with this tip because it is so shaped well. So you don't have to be, you don't have to pull like brushes as often when you do this, when you have these brushes, because you can do wide work and you can do detail work because they hold their shape so well. They're also very short, so you can control your strokes really easily, and they're made so they reduce hand fatigue, so you can paint for longer periods of time. So, hey Rhonda, how's it going? Hope you are well today. Good morning, good morning. It's morning here, but it's probably afternoon where you're at. Glad you're here. We're going to do the patchwork duck today. Normally we do a card on Wednesdays, but I'm really wanting to do the duck. So thank you, Jamie, for that rose. I like the thickness of the handle. Yeah, me too. I love the way that these handles feel in my hand. So this is the set that I'll be using as my main set. And then, of course, for details, we're going to be using the Golden Maple. And this is the Golden Maple set. It's a detail set, and it has 20 different brushes. You get your flat brushes, you get your liner brushes, you get your round brushes. You even get a fan brush and an angled brush, which is great. You also get your saber brushes as well. So you get all different kinds. This is designed for miniatures like dollhouse furniture and model cars, but it works amazingly well for watercolor, and it comes in a case so you can keep them all together and just hang them and grab them when you need them. I love this. These are made out of amazing high quality birch wood, and they have the handles that widen out to reduce hand fatigue as well. The ferrule will not rust and they do not shed. So these brushes are amazing, and they're absolutely amazing for the price. You're getting 20 different brushes, which is a lot of brushes, and it's detail brushes. You cannot go wrong with this set. It is amazing. So just so you guys know, Golden Maple did reach out to me, and we are going to be doing an exclusive Golden Maple live stream, and we're going to be having some really good deals. They're going to be giving me some stuff to give away to you guys so that y'all can get some free stuff. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. It's going to have some really nice deals on their Stay Wet palette and on a different set of their detail brushes as well. So I'm looking forward to that. You guys are going to be able to save, you know, quite a bit on their products. So when I get that scheduled and on the books, I will give you guys more detail, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit longer live. We're probably going to do more than one piece of art, and we're going to really have some fun with it. So I hope you guys are going to join me for that. I will be sending out invitations for that. And when you get it, I do hope that you will register for that event so we can show Golden Maple how many people are interested in doing a live for their products. So, but this is a great set. I love it. It's my favorite detail brush set, and we will be using that today, as always. Even before they reached out to me, I used their products. So, yes, Sheila, they definitely are. Love Golden Maple and love their detail brushes. Okay, so those are the things you're going to need. The other things that, if you have them, you might need are a waterproof pen, which I will be using the Grabby waterproof pen. Okay. From their black set. Just know this set actually comes with, you can get the black by itself, or you can get the colors by themselves, or you can get them both together as a combo set. Either one is great. I have the combo set, obviously. I love these. They're waterproof. They write really well. And they don't smear if you put water on top of them. They dry very quickly, so you don't have a problem when you're trying to go over pencil drawings and then you want to erase. They're not going to smear, none of that stuff. So you're going to have really nice, nice lines and details with these brushes. So that is what I will be using. And then, of course, some colored pencils if you choose to. I use the Color colored pencils. These are a great set of pencils for your shadow work. There's 240 of them. And all of our work that we do on, like underneath the frog here and all this shadow work, all of this shadow work is all done with colored pencils around the edging of each of these. And what this does is just keeps things from being so flat, okay? I don't have to do this pencil work. These works are really pretty even without the pencil work, but this just kind of gives it, pencils give it dimension so that it doesn't look so flat. So if you look at, say, this one right here, this doesn't have any pencil work. So he looks great, but he's flat. Now, if I went in and added some pencil work to the shaded areas and really got that accent done, he would look much more 3D and have a lot more depth than looking so flat. So that is why I like to use pencils in my artwork. And that was one of the things that I wanted to do this year, was to start really improving on using colored pencils in my art and getting the hang of that. So that is what I do with the Color colored pencils. Again, I like the 240 set because you can blend a lot easier when you have more options of colors. So that is why I like this set. Okay. All right. So we are going to get started on our tutorial. And the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to tape it down, and then I will show you the inspiration photo so you can get a screenshot of it, and then we will get going. All right, so let's get it taped down. I'm going to use washi tape. I'm using cheap washi tape, so it doesn't stay very well, so I will put painter's tape around the edge also, but I like to use washi tape because I can see through it, and I can see if my edges are even and straight. And with painter's tape, it is much, much harder to do that. So I would much rather use washi tape and then go over it with the painter's tape if I need to. So that is what we are doing. So let's get this taped up. How is everyone this morning? You guys give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're having an amazing Wednesday morning. I need to get some comments going. Go ahead and tap the screen as often as you think about it. Share this out, repost it, whatever you want to do to help us hit the FYP page. The more the merrier that come to paint with us. It is so much more fun when we have a big group of people painting and commenting and all of the things. So I want, I hope that you guys will help me out. Also, grab your engagement points up here in that little heart section if you want to grab that. That helps your account and it helps my account. It gives us both engagement points and gives us a little bit of boost to the FYP as well. So that would be very helpful. I hope that you guys will do that. Thank you guys so much for all the likes and the comments and all the things. Thanks for the heart me. Miss Feral Mom, how are you? I have not seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for the heart me. Miss Feral Mom, how are you? I have not seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're here. How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right. We are going to get this taped down and then we will be ready for... Hey, Stacy Lee, how's it going? So glad you're here. Uh-oh, kind of messed that up. Hang on, I gotta tear it again. Had it wrinkled. So I'm just putting painter's tape over this to keep the washi tape down. I could just use it directly, but I can't see through it. And it's hard for me to get my borders right. Plus, I like the clean lines of the washi tape better than painter's tape. I just don't feel like I get as clean a line with painter's tape as I do with washi tape. So that is why I use the washi tape first. But you obviously can do it however you want. You can use any tape that you want. Painter's tape, washi tape, art tape, any of that is fine. I am using this. I tape it to a board because I want to be able to move it around while I'm working on it. So, oh, you had kiddo duty. That's a tough one, but also super fun. I know this time of year is super busy for me as well because it's wedding season. Well, it's not wedding season, but it's coming. Wedding season's coming up. And I have big, huge wedding packages that I'm working on. And that keeps me super busy outside of my lives. So it's been crazy. I've got one huge package where I'm doing this big, huge guest book sign, like for the entryway. And it's like an 8-foot by 8-foot mirrored acrylic guest like seating chart, and then also her drink signs and her guest book and her guest gifts, and I'm doing her menus and just like all the things because I do all the details for the weddings, all the signs, everything like that, and it has got me super busy because it's a big package that I've got coming up. So Mom is in the hospital. Oh goodness. Oh, that's tough when the backups are out of commission. Yes, Holy Wednesday. Yep, we are in our Easter week. I'm so excited. We're going to be leaving tomorrow to go to the beach, and we will be at the beach until Sunday morning, and then we will come in Sunday morning. We will celebrate Easter with our family and just truly enjoy celebrating the risen Christ. So I am excited about that, and it's going to be a fun rest of the week for me. So I will be on in the morning, and then I won't be on Friday because I'll be gone to the beach. So I will not be having my normal Friday live. So if you guys start looking for me on Friday, that is why. I will be at the beach, and I probably will not have the opportunity to come on live. So, okay. I'm taking the grandkids to the beach, and I'm going to see some friends. They're going to meet us there with their camper. We're taking our motor home. They're taking their camper. The grandkids to the beach, and I'm going to see some friends. They're going to meet us there with their camper. We're taking our motor home. They're taking their camper, and we're staying at a park that's right on the beach. And we're going to just hang out for a few days. So it'll be fun. But we're going to bring the grandkids with us. All right, let's get started. Let me show you guys our inspiration photo. Got to pull it up. This is the photo right here. This is what we are going to be doing. So I want everyone to go ahead and take your screenshots if you need to of this photo so that you have it to use. And then we will get going on it. We're going to draw it first, and then we will start adding our paint and all of the things to it. All right. So everybody take your screenshot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right. It is time to start our drawing. So hopefully you guys can see this. Let me know if there's a problem with the view. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. If there's a problem with the view. Otherwise, I think this will be a good place. I don't want to get, hang on, let me get this. There we go. All right. Would y'all rather have it to the side so you can see, or would you rather have it like this? Let me know in the comments. Okay, the side view is number 1. This view is number 2. The side view is number 1. This view is number 2. Give it to me in the comments. So side view is number 1, and this view is number 2. It's harder for me to do it with this view because I have to lean around, but I can do it if I need to. I just worry about my hand being in the way when I do this. So when I'm on the side, when I'm drawing, my hand is not in the way. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So this is 1, and then front is 2. So I have a 1 and I have a 2. So I need somebody to break the tie. Somebody break the tie. Is it 1 or 2? This is side view number 1 so that you can see my, what my pencil's doing. Or number 2. Okay, 1s. Okay. All right. So we'll go to this. We'll go this way then. I know it's easier to see like this now, but when my hand is down, it's not. So it is much easier to see it from the side when I have my hand down. So, but it's also a side view instead of, like that, because I can't draw like this. It doesn't, I'm not able to. So, okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, I'm going to lift this up just a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better, like the whole thing. And y'all let me know if I go out of screen, because sometimes I'm not paying attention to the camera. So you can see it a little bit better, like the whole thing. And y'all let me know if I go out of screen, because sometimes I'm not paying attention to the camera. So, and your paper and your tape down, and you're ready to go. So give me a ready in the comments so I know we're ready to take off here. Okay. Who is ready to go? Let me know. All right, we're going to do, we're using the Nick Pro pencil set. Ooh, Talia says she's ready to go. All right, we're good. All right, so we're going to start drawing our little ducky. And we're going to start, I'm going to start with his feet, because I want to have this little area down here for the ground and everything. So I'm going to start with the feet, because that will give me like a overall size starting point. So we're going to start down here with his feet. We're going to go out with the duck feet, and you're just going to do like the little M's like that to make his feet, and then bring that out. Okay, same thing here. You're going to go out like this, and then you're going to do the little M, and then another one like that. And that gives you his feet. Okay. So there is his feet. All right. Now we are going to go ahead and do his belly. So we're just gonna kind of do these in like little fuzzy strokes, but we're gonna make kind of a smiley face shape. Up. Okay, and then we're gonna bring that wing out. And in to the neck. And then here, we're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna go up. We're gonna bring that wing. In. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. He's kind of off to the center. He's off-centered. That's all right. I'll put something over here. Okay, and now we're going to do his little head. So I'm going to bring this in a little bit more. And his head is going to kind of be to the side, like sideways, just slightly. So we're going to kind of angle that chin like this. Okay. And then our cheeks are going to come down like this. Okay, so we have the little fuzzy cheeks. And then we're going to go around with the head. Like that. And we're going to make his little hair sticking up on the top there. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to, hang on, I'm going to shrink this on my computer so I can see comments if they're coming through. All right. And then we are going to give him his eyes, which are going to be right here. We're going to make the eyes really big. Okay. And then we're going to do the inside of the eyes. And then even a little bit of the inside of those eyes. Okay. Now we're going to do our nose. It's going to start here and go up between the eyes, round out and out. This is the bill. Okay. Then we are going to come around and down like that. And of course, we're going to have the little section here that comes around and up like that. And when we put some shadows in that, you'll be able to understand kind of what that is. It looks weird right now, but it won't when we do our stuff. Although I do need to bring it down further, so, or bring this up. Hang on. Let me erase that. There we go. That's better. All right. Okay, so we have the little duck bill happening. Now let's go ahead and do our bow. So I'm going to erase this right here and this right here because that bow is going to take up all this space. Make sure it's erased good. And then we're going to do our bow. So with our bow, we're going to do a little square in the middle like this. Okay. And then we're going to do kind of a round triangle like this. Okay. And then you're going to bring that around like that. Same thing here. You're going to do this round little triangle. And then you're going to bring your little ribbons down. Okay, so there's the bow. And then we are going to do a heart right here. And we'll stitch that on, and then we're going to have a patch coming out of that heart here. We're going to have a patch right here. And we're going to have a patch down here. We're also going to have a patch right here by the eye. And we're going to have a patch over here. We're going to have some stitching that comes down from here. Kind of looks like the Bride of Frankenstein right now, but he's going to be cute when we get him done. Okay, well, let's go ahead and have, because I've got this space over here that I don't necessarily like, I'm going to have a balloon coming up. So I'm going to do a little balloon. Right there, like he's holding a balloon with his little feather, wing, whatever. Okay, and then of course we will have our ground underneath him right here. Okay, all right, so there we have it. Everybody give me some comments letting me know that you are done with your sketch. Type in done, or I need more time, or almost, or something, so I know where everybody's at so far. So there he is. I know he looks like a hot mess right now, but I promise when you are finished, he's going to be super cute and super adorable. All right, Talia says she's done. Thank you for the feedback. All right, everybody take some time to tap your screen a couple of times and give us some likes. Be sure you hit your fan club stuff right here and get your engagement points. Be sure to share it out and to repost it and all the things so that everybody has a chance to paint with us today. And that helps us get out to the FYP and is incredibly helpful for all of the engagement that we need for our lives. Because TikTok is very particular about not pushing us out if we don't have enough people participating and commenting and all the things. So take time right now, everybody who's in the room, to comment where you're from so we can all engage like that. If you have a particular number of followers you're trying to get to and you want to get some followers, definitely put that in the comments as well, and everybody follow each other Stacy Lee is from New York. Tolly is from Amarillo, Idaho. Randy is from Idaho. Wow, that's cool. I'm in Texas. Jamie is from the P&W in Washington State, one of my favorite places. Absolutely love it. All right, let's go ahead and get the base of our coloring on our duck. Now, I'm going to use these two colors right here, I think. Yes, everybody check out Stacy Lee's page. Give her a follow and a like on some of her posts. Hey, Rhonda, how's it going? Glad you are here. All right, so we're going to use these two yellows. We might even use some of these over here, but I think we're going to go with these for the most part. We want him to kind of have a yellowy orange color. So actually, I think what I'll do is use this for the base and then use one of the yellow orange colors for the shadows. So we're going to go ahead and go with, let me see what color this is for you guys. Let me check it out so that you guys can see what color we are using. This is the, hang on, let me open it and see. All right, so we are using, see, this is the lemon yellow to start. And then we will be shifting to the, probably the gamboge. We'll probably use the gamboge. So we're going to use the lemon yellow and then the gamboge. Okay. I haven't yet, Rhonda. I have it written down on my sheet because I want to do that. I've just been so crazy busy. I haven't had a chance to. But I really, really want to. I may do that at the beach this weekend while I'm at the beach because I'll have some time to kind of just chill out and do some of the things that I want to do. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this light yellow, this pale yellow, and we're going to go ahead and give our duck its base color. Now remember, this is just the base. And yes, it's going to look like a hot mess and a disaster. You have to, I was telling this to my grandson the other day because he was getting frustrated with his drawings. You have to be willing to go through the ugly phase to get to the gorgeous phase, okay? So don't panic if it looks like a hot mess when you're putting your base coat on, all right? It's totally okay for that to be the case, okay? You just want to give it some color, all right? So don't feel like it has to look amazing all the way through. This is definitely a process, and you have to trust the process. So go ahead and get the base yellow on his head. And all we're doing is just putting that yellow in. Okay, we're going around the eyes, we're going around the patches, but we are for sure getting that yellow into his feathers so that he has his base. And even though these are some smaller areas with this Meeden brush, I can get into those smaller areas without having to switch to a detail brush just yet. Now, I will be switching to it for all of the details and the fur and all that stuff, but for this base coat, I don't really have to do that. Okay. All right, what do y'all think of that so far? We have his yellow head happening. Okay. Thanks, Stacy Lee. I appreciate that. Okay, so we have his head done. So now what we're going to do is start putting in some shadows. Now, when we do this, I'm going to switch over to my Golden Maple detail brush. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I want to be able to control kind of where the water is going to go and all of that. And with a larger brush, it's harder. So I'm going to use the, let me see which brush I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use the 20. I'm going to use the 20. Okay. So this is the one right here. It's a 20/0. It is a monogram brush. And that is what I'm going to be using for this. Okay. And I'm going to be putting some shadows in around his bill. So, and the base of his chin. So I'm going to go ahead and just put clear water in there. So everybody put some clear water in there so that it's nice and wet. And we can allow that, the paint to kind of spread as we go. Okay. Now I'm going to dip into this gamboge color right here, which is going to give me just a little bit. Actually, that's not quite dark enough. I think I'm going to move to this color right here. And yeah, that's better. We're just going to add in a few shadows. And then I'm going to rinse my brush and I'm just going to spread that color. So that there are no harsh lines, but we have that beautiful darker look. Okay. Now I'm going to just work my way up with water and adding in pigment as I go. So, because if I work my way up with all water, it'll dry before I get a chance to put any pigment on it. So, just do it a little section at a time. And again, when you're ready to spread it, just get some clean your brush and then just get a little bit of clean water and spread like that. And it's going to give it kind of just some different coloring across the bottom. And then when you get to the top up here, you're going to do less of it. Okay. You still want to have some of that, but you don't want a ton of it. So just know that as you move up the head, you're going to go with less. And then it's going to kind of just blend in. Okay. So that you have those different tones in there. Give him a little bit more shadow on around the beak or the bill. make that bill kind of stand out. Okay, and we're just going to work our way up. Put a little bit up here by the hair. And right along the edges. Okay. All right, that looks good. So we're going to leave that. Let's dry it. Thanks, Stacy Lee. Yeah, Rhonda, she does. Stacy Lee does a good job. She's very talented. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with our bottom. We're going to take our meet in number 1 again, and we're just going to go in and add the yellow, go around your patches, and just give the body the base coat that we need. I've been excited to do this duck. I think it's going to be so cute. So we're just putting our base coat on. So ready, whatever color your duck is going to be. I mean, I guess your duck doesn't have to be yellow. You could make your duck any color you wanted, really. All right, now once you have that done, we're going to rinse our brush and switch over to our 20 again. This is the Golden Maple 20 set. So we're going to do that. Let's see. Thank you, Jamie. I think he's looking pretty cute. All right, let's go ahead and add some water in where we want to put our shadows. I'm going to do that right along the belly here. Just make sure it's wet. And let's put in some of this orange. Right along here. And rinse it. And then just work your way up with that color. Same thing right around the base of the arms or the feathers. We want that orange to be there. going to be a shadow there. And then over here, there's going to be a shadow there. Okay, we're also going to need some shadowing underneath the bow. So go ahead and put some clear water under the bow area. And grab some of that shadow. And then rinse your brush and drag that down. You want it to be subtle because it doesn't need to be a harsh line of orange. It just needs to be a subtle shadow that's coming down from the bow as it hangs over. Okay, all right, so there we are. We've got him done up and shadowed. So now let's go ahead and do the patch right here at the top of his head first. I'm going to use this light blue for that. We're going to go in here. Okay. All right. What do you guys think so far? Y'all give me some comments there. Give me some comments, tap the screen, let me know how you're doing so I can see where you're at in the progress of all of this, so I know where we're at. So everybody give me some sort of comment, please. Talia says love. Good. That means yours is turning out good. Right? Okay. All right, I'm going to get some clean water. And then we're going to do the other patch. I'm going to do that one in pink. Actually, I might do it in this coral color. I'm going to do it in this coral color. It's a pretty color. It's like a pinky coral. Okay. Let's do a purple. Okay. Now let's do another blue. I think I want to do this green color. Okay, now his heart is going to be a yellow like him, but we're going to darken it up. So we're going to take this first yellow right here, which is the gamboge, and it's just slightly darker than the yellow of his body. So we're going to do that. And while it is still wet, we're going to go in with that orange. And add that in. And we're going to kind of blend that up just slightly. Okay. All right, let's dry all that. Good, Talia. So far, so good. That's what I like to hear. How's everybody else's coming along? Those of you who are painting along with us. Okay. All right, let's do his bow. So on the bow, we're going to use, I'm going to use this pinky purple right here for the bow. And we're going to go in and just kind of fill it in with this pinkish purple all over the base. Remember, it might look like a hot mess, but we're going to add in some stuff, so it'll be fine. Just give it his base coat. Okay, now I'm going to do one step over from that and use this purple. And we're going to go in. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to let that dry. We're going to give that detail with our black detail pen. All right. So don't worry about the bow right now. Just give it its base color and leave it alone. All right. We're going to do the feet. I'm going to do them in this dark orange. And it's going to match the bill. So go ahead and fill in the legs. Okay, and while that's still wet, or add some water if you need to, right at the top of the legs, you're going to go in with this really deep red. And we're going to add that right at the top for a shadow. And just let it kind of blend down on its own. Same thing over here. Just give it a little bit of red. Thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate that. All right. And then let that dry. What brush set is the brush that you're using? Randy, I'm using the Golden Maple Detail Brush Set. Let me pin it for you so you can see. It is right here. And it comes with 20 different brushes. And they are all amazing. I'm using the 20 right now, the 20 of 0 over 0. But it comes in a case and it has all of these amazing brushes right here. Love, love, love it. It's a great set. Golden Maple is one of my favorite for brushes. So you're so welcome. All right, let's go ahead and go into the bill now. My baby chicken helping me tab. Showing her how to pick the screen later. Oh my gosh, you're so funny, Jamie. I love it. You let her pick that screen. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do the bill. Now, on the bill, we've got to get these shadows right for this to look right because it's very awkward looking right now, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do it one color at a time, and I'm going to go from darkest to lightest. So I'm going to do the dark orange. Let me see. How do I want to do this? I want to do this darker orange across the bottom. So we're going to go in this space right here. With that dark orange. And this center space right here. And this space right. And this space right here. Okay. Now that's going to give me that dark base. And then on the top, I'm going to go in with this lighter orange that we used for the feet. And then we'll put in some shadows. Sorry, I can't see. I'm having to turn it. I have a glare on my page. All right. I'm going to go in. I have a few spots that I missed around that beak that I want to make sure I get. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we have the beak kind of happening there. All right, but what we're going to need is we're going to need a really, really dark, kind of a darkish brown. So I'm actually going to put some of that on my table, get a little bit of the black, and like mix that together to make this like deep, deep red. And we're going to go right in that area right there. And then again over here in this area right here. And then right up underneath here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some clean water and I'm going to kind of blend that. Okay, perfect. Now, we want to have a few little darker spaces on, like shadows on the nose. So I'm putting some water in there. We're going to go in with this orange, and we're going to just kind of give it some shadows right there and right along here. Dry your brush and blend those out just enough to where you've got those shadows. Okay, and let's dry that. We'll add the little nose holes with our pen. Okay, so it still looks a little bit of a hot mess, but once we get the black details in there, it's going to look great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my grabby. That is where we're at. So we are going to be using the grabby multi-liners now. And this is going to give us our detail work. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. His little stitching. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is use like an ochre for his fur, but I'm going to have to do that with a detail brush. So I'm not going to do the outsides of him yet because I'm going to do that with my detail brush. Guys, did we even do a background on this? We didn't, did we? Let's do a background real fast. Sorry. Did we? I don't remember. I don't think we did. Let's go ahead and do a background before we do anything else. We're going to go all the way around him with some water. Just go around his... I'm going to use pink. I don't know why I'm using pink. I just am. Seems like a good color to use. It's not going to affect him if you go a little bit inside. This pink is a really light color, so. Y'all didn't remind me to do my background. It's okay. We're going to get it done anyway. If we did do a background, well, we're going over it because I don't remember, y'all. Okay, now he's got his little pink background. So let's blow that dry. All right. So now back to our multi-liner. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the eyes. We're going to take our pen. We're going to go all the way around the eyes. Okay. Make this Now we're going to go around the inside here. And you guys know that I like to do the blue for the eye color. So we're going to go right here with the blue. And right here with the blue. Again, I'm using the 005 size. All right, let's go ahead and color these in. Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay. Now, once we get those colored in, we want to make sure we put the highlights on. So I'm going to put the little white highlights. I'm using the ZSCM. For the highlights. Be a small, teeny tiny one down here and right there. Okay. So we have that. Now we want to make sure that's dry. Once it's dry, we're going to put just a small little shadow with our detail brush on the inside of that white part of his eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gray, put it on my table here, give it lots of water so it's very, very saturated. And I'm just going to go right along the inside of the eye. And just give that a little bit of a shadow. Just enough to kind of, do y'all see what that did? Kind of rounded those eyes out a little bit. Love that. All right. So now we need to do the stitching and the bill. First, we're going to do the little holes. Okay. And then we're going to go along the bill like this. And y'all are going to see this kind of come together now. All right, so now you can kind of see how that bill is supposed to look. Oops, sorry, like that. Okay, so now that we have that, we can definitely go in here with like a really sharp, dark red or maroon or brown even. Let me see. I think that might work. Let me see. I think that might work. What we got? We're gonna need a darker color. Try this. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yep, that's what we needed. Better with that shadowing in there. I think so. Okay. All right, back to our, I think so. Okay. All right, back to our black detail. Let's go ahead and go around our patches. Okay. All right, now let's take our detail brush and let's do the outline of the head so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this ochre color right here. And rather than doing black, I'm going to use this brown so that it doesn't stand out quite. We're just kind of following the contour of his head. Okay, so I just feel like that looks better than the black. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll add in a few little strokes with the black, but I feel like the brown is more true to helping that yellow kind of stand out. know what I did there. I messed his cheek up. Let me get that. Fixed. This is why I like to use those black grabby pens, because then they don't, if I get water on them, it doesn't mess them up. What do y'all think of the brown versus the black? Y'all give me some feedback on that. I do feel like I'm going to need to add a little bit of black, but for the most part, I think that's going to look good. Okay, so there is his little head. Now, let's do some detail on the patchwork. Let's go ahead and put some dots on this. I'm not sure how I want to do. I'm going to do dots on this one too. Those are two I'm going to do dots on. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out our pen and do the heart. Which I think looks really good, even though it's basically the same color. And that's because of that shading that we did. Okay. So cute. Oh, I'm just loving these patchwork animals. Okay. Let's do the bow. Thanks, Talia. All right, let's do the bow. All right, I'm going to darken up the inside of this bow. I'm going to use this really dark, kind of pinkish purple on the inside. Whoops, there's too much water on that. Like that. And then I'm going to take, and I'm going to do just a few little shadows from the center coming out and from here. To give it a little bit of depth, because that bow looked definitely flat, but that's a little bit better. I even think this could even go darker. Let me try this dark purple. Yep, that's better. All right, let's dry that. Okay. Okay. Now let's make sure that that's all filled in because it does have some white space, I see. This is another. Now let's make sure that that's all filled in because it does have some white space, I see. This is another reason I use these grabby multi-liners, is because I don't have to worry about them smearing if I put water on them. All right, there we go. That looks good. Okay, let's pull out our detail brush from Golden Maple again, and let's do our outline. So we're going to use this brown again, and we're going to get our fuzz going. I don't know about you guys, but details are where I thrive. Like this part of the painting process is what I absolutely love, because I like to, for some reason, it just calms me and relaxes me to do these little details. So tell me if you are a big picture or a small detail person in the comments. Comment details or big picture, so I know what your favorite part of art is, because for me, it's the details. All right, I'm going to go in with the red and get his little feet done. And I'm using the red because I want this to kind of stand out. I want to be able to see kind of the veins in the feet. That kind of define that. And I'm rinsing my brush and just kind of smoothing these shadows. Okay. Yeah, in the middle. I don't know. I feel like once you get to the details, it's like so satisfying to see it all come together. Maybe that's why I like doing detail work. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm come together. Maybe that's why I like doing detail work. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm so neurodivergent that when I sit down and start doing detail work, it kind of calms my brain, because my brain seems to always be going like 90 to nothing. But when I do detail work, I have to really kind of focus and see the big picture kind of come together. And I think that's probably part of it. It's like, it just, all of a sudden my brain just goes on calm mode, and that's very rare for me to happen. So I think that's why I like doing these details, because it gives me that calmness that I don't usually get any other way. Okay. All right, so now we have the feet, and let's do the balloon. I'm going to pull out my Meeden brush for the balloon, and I'm going to do the balloon in, I'm going to do a green balloon. So I'm just putting clear water in here. Okay. And then we are going to take and choose what color we want. I'm going to do this same green we used in the patch, and I'm going to put it all in my balloon. I'm going to kind of go around this little area right here, because I want to have a little bit of a highlight right there. So I'm going to leave that area white. Okay, and then I'm going to rinse that, take my detail brush, dip into the green beside it. That's a little darker. I'm just going to pop that in on this side. Okay, and we are going to dry that. Okay. It's got a little bit of a harsh line there that I want to get rid of. I'll just do that with clear water, guys. Just so you guys know, you can do that. Watercolor is very forgiving in that way. Okay. All right. So we are going to now take our black 003, which is the smallest. You can barely even see the tip on this sucker. And we're going to go in and just give his hair just a few little extra. Okay, so we're not doing all brown. We're also using this 003 to give it kind of just a little bit. It's very subtle though. Just like that. Okay. All right, now it is time to do his ground underneath him. This one has like a blackish, like splattery ground, like draining ground. So I think I'm going to go make it a blue puddle. So I'm going to reach in and get my cerulean blue. I'm just going to give it a puddle. Okay, like that. And once it dries, we can even put some shadows in there if we want to. But we'll do some highlights with that as well. So, all right, now we are going to switch to our colored pencils. It is time to give this baby some depth and really bring his personality to life. So, grab whatever colored pencils you have, and we are going to start that. I'm using the Color colored pencils. I'm grabbing the yellows that I need and the oranges that I need, which are going to be these. Now I'm gonna pull my orange palette and my yellow palette too. I think I'm gonna need some other yellows that I don't already have. So give me just a second to pull those out. I dislike this tin on these because you have to pull out every one to get to what you need. However, I'm going to get some more meat-in drawers to put these in as soon as I can afford that. And I'm going to put them in there, and it will be way, way easier. Of course, my yellows were on the very bottom. That is why I dislike this tin. You got to pull everything out in order to find what you need, which is why I keep most of my most popular ones I keep in my little spinner on my desk. But so we're going to probably need this and maybe some of these golden yellows. This is a desert yellow. I think we're probably, I'm going to just take all these yellows just to be safe. And then I'm going to leave these out in case I need to grab something else. All right. So, the one that's going to match my base the best to start is going to be this light orange yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to color in with a light touch this yellow all around his chin and right up here at his head. Okay, now this light yellow will be my blender. See how close that is to the base color? So that's going to be my blender. This is the pale yellow. Okay, so I'm going to keep that up here because that's going to be my blender. Now, we did a light pressure with this. Next, we're going to go in with the fluorescent golden yellow. And we're going to come down not quite as far with a light pressure and not as far out. With that. Okay. So we use this one, then we use this one. And then I'm going to go in with this pumpkin yellow. I'm just going to give it just a little bit right through here. Okay, now I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to blend all of that into this base. Okay, then I'm going to start again and we're going to do medium pressure. Okay. Then the next one with medium pressure. We're not going to come out quite as far. And then we're going to do medium pressure. Then let's blend it. And then we're going to do heavy pressure. Y'all, I love these pencils. They are the best. Okay. Thanks, Mom. All right, now we're doing a medium pressure, or I'm sorry, heavy pressure, medium orange. And then heavy pressure, dark. Okay. Good. All right, now I'm going to take this cream yellow and I'm just going to kind of blend the rest of that in. Just to make it match. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good for his head. Now let's do his body. We're going to use those same colors. And we're going to start with light pressure. We're going to go right here. Okay. Then a light pressure with the middle color. And then light pressure with the dark. Hopefully you can kind of see how that's giving this depth. All right, now we're going to do, again, medium pressure, but let's go ahead and blend this out first. Medium pressure. Still medium pressure. And now we're going to heavy pressure. Blend that. There we go. He looks good. All right, let's just do heavy pressure with just this dark right here, right here, and right here. A little bit right along here. And then I think we're good. All right, so that looks nice. Let's do the, let me put all these up. Oh, you know what we're gonna need? We're gonna need this for here. And this. There we go. Just wanted to give his bill just a little bit. All right, let's put all these up. All my yellows and oranges. All my yellows and oranges. Okay. Now let's grab the blue. Because we are going to want to fade this puddle down a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do with the blues, I'm going to start with the really dark. I'm going to go right up underneath his feet. Sharpen this. Okay, so I'm just going under on the top with the dark. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the next color, which I think is going to be this. And I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to go over the dark and I'm going to bring it down a little bit further. Okay. Then I'm going to take this one and just sharpen it. I'm going to take this one and just sharpen it. I'm going to go over the whole thing and just bring that down further. Just like that. Then I'm going to take the next one, sharpen it. And then we're going to take this very light color and we're just going to blend all of this out. Into our puddle. And I'm going to take this medium dark and I'm going to give it some shadows. Some puddle marks. And go along it with this dark. Okay, and that is our puddle. Now we're going to do the balloon and give it just a little bit of a shadow right here on this side. I'm using the mint green, the light aqua green, and the aqua green. Blend that out. Okay. All right, pull out your grabby and let's go around our balloon. All right, let's splatter. We're going to do very light splatters. We're going to use our Golden Maple larger round brush that comes in this set. So we are going to, hang on one second. Let me find it. Just a moment, guys. Let's see. Hang on, where? There we are. I was lost for a second, guys. All right, here it is. Okay. I know, isn't he cute, Talia? I love him. All right, I'm gonna use this. Use this tin right here. So I don't want too much, but I do want some, and I'm gonna use the green that matches this patch. Okay, and I'm going to just tap. And get a few little splatters, not too many. And then I think I want to do a little bit of the yellow. It doesn't really show too much, but it's very subtle. Okay. And that is all I'm doing with my splatters, I think. Let me look at my other patchworks and see what I did, because I want to kind of match them. That one's small, this one's large, so we'll be good with those. Okay, if we want to do a little bit extra, maybe we could do this dark orange here with this bigger brush. Not too much though. Hang on. This is not one to splatter. There we go. I just don't want to get too carried away. There. Okay, good enough. I don't want to overdo it. All right. Let's go ahead and dry him. And then we will peel the tape. I think he looks good, y'all. I'm happy with him. So happy. Love him. He's super cute. Okay. Sorry, hang on, guys. All right, let's get ready to peel the tape off. My favorite part. All right, we will reveal our beautiful frame. Remember, we added that pink background last minute because we forgot to do it at the beginning. But looky there. Looks so good. You can't even tell we added it last minute. I love it so much, y'all. All right, let me move you back to here so you guys can see it better. All right, what do y'all think? I need some comments, please. Let me know what you thought of today's tutorial. Is it worth it for me to keep coming on here every day for 2 hours to keep doing these, or not? Because I think he turned out super cute. I love him. I love him. I love him so much. And if you are wanting to learn how to do watercolors, you should join us every day. We do a tutorial and have fun together. So be sure and hit the button right up here that gives you the fan club button, and hit my name and the notification bell so that you get notified when I'm live. Tap the screen, give me some likes. Tina, thank you so much. Talia, I'm so glad you were here this morning. As always, you're always such fun to paint with. Love, love, love it. I can't wait to see yours. I see that you sent it to me, so as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to get to look at it. I'm sure it is absolutely beautiful. But this is today's. Now, this is going to go with this patchwork series that we're working on. We did the bunny. We did the frog. Now we have the duck to go along with that. Isn't that so cute, y'all? Holy cow, I'm in love. I love, love, love it. Those are the 3 patchworks. I'm currently working on this one right here. This is a dragon that I'm going to be doing also in this patchwork. I was just working on it on my, when I have some time to work on it. I haven't had a lot of time, so, but I'm not afraid to show you the ugly phase of it, because remember, they all go through an ugly phase. I usually catch you later after you've finished on YT. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad that you do that. I don't ever know unless people comment if, what they, if that's being utilized, but I do like to upload them there. So if you guys are wanting the replays for any of the tutorials, they're all up there. Let's see, that yesterday's tutorial, I think, the I Am Chosen lettering tutorial that we did on Friday is now uploaded and ready to go. So if you guys are looking for that, the patchwork frog and the patchwork bunny are up. So everything is up except for yesterday's that we did. That one is not up, and that was the goldfish that we did yesterday. So, did you guys, let me pull the goldfish so you guys can see that. We did that. That's, I think, probably going to maybe be part of my beach collection. Let me find the goldfish, y'all. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see. I know he's in here somewhere. Maybe not in there, though. Those are my reprints. Y'all, what did I do with my goldfish? I don't know. I'll have to hunt him down. He's with my other fish, which are somewhere. So, they're just not in this stack, which is strange because I try to keep them together. But you guys know me. I'm always searching for something. It's never I can reach for something and find it right away, ever. It's never I can reach for something and find it right away, ever. That never happens for me because of my neurodivergent brain, and I can never remember what I do with things. However, I will find them and show you guys when I get the opportunity. I'm going to look in here just to be safe because I very well might have stuck it in here with my limited edition prints. No, I didn't. Okay. Well, they're with my other fish, wherever those are. Okay, so, let me just double check up here. Nope. I have no idea, you guys, what I could have done with them. But they're in here somewhere, so I'm not going to fret over it because I tend to always put them somewhere near. And I'm sure that I probably do. Oh, here they are. Always put them somewhere near. And I'm sure that I probably do. Oh, here they are. I stuck them in my binder, of course. All right. So this is the goldfish that we did yesterday, which I think turned out super cute. And then these are the other two fish for that series. And then additionally, we have several more already in the works for that fish series. So this one is finished. This one is finished. And then I have these 3 drawn. Those are going to have like the light up around in between them. It's going to be really cute. These are patchwork fish. So I don't know. I could include those in either collection, the patchwork or the fish. Probably the fish. But so cute. So we're making progress on both of those collections, the patchwork and the fish. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all of the tutorials that we have going, and we will continue to make progress. So yay, Talia. All right, you guys. So everything as far as replays for all of the tutorials are available on my Tube of You, and the patchwork series is coming right along. These are the 3 that we have done. So the patchwork series is coming right along. These are the 3 that we have done. So all kinds of really fun products today. If anybody has any questions about any of those, let me know. I will tell you that today the art drawers are on a flash sale. Currently they're almost, not quite, but 38% off on this flash sale right here. So if you're wanting to grab some of those art drawers, which I think that I might go on tonight and grab me another 6 drawer one for all of my colored pencils. I'm getting really tired of having to search through the tin to get to my pencils, and honestly, having the art drawers is the way to go because they hold the colored pencils. Oops. And I can see them really well, and I can see all the colors that I have, and I can just go through and pick them. And I don't have enough of these drawers for my 240 color set. I have my 72 color set in these 2 drawers right here, which are nice. So I'm going to get another 6 drawer set of these to hold my my 240 color set. So, and then I've been having trouble with this right here because they're folding up on me. I have to get them just right to get them to come out the correct way. But that's because I've been messing with them. But these are great, y'all. They come out. So the good part about these is you can pull them out. You can use what you need. And then you can just put them back in. And you don't have to deal with a mess. So they're super, super nice for organization and to be able to see all of the supplies that you have. So the thing about having a lot of supplies is if you don't have them readily accessible, you don't use them. So they're a waste of money. But if you have a lot of supplies and you have them readily available because you can see everything, you're not having to dig through drawers or cases or anything like that, then you use your supplies. So that is one of the things that I absolutely love about these drawers is they're shallow. So you have all of your supplies in here. You can see all the colors you have. You can pull them out to use them, put them back when you're done. They keep your desk nice and organized, but you also use your supplies because you can see everything. So between these and my marker organizers, I'm telling you, I've used my supplies way more than I would have had I not had them. So they are on right now on this flash sale right here. So I highly suggest, if you are looking to organize your supplies so that you will use them more, that you for sure grab a set of these drawers. They're amazing. I love them so much. I'm going to pin them below because I pinned them up there, but I didn't pin them below. So I'm going to pin them right there. So, all right. Thank you, Stacy Lee. I'm glad that you love it. Thank you so much. And also thank you for being such a great moderator and keeping everything kind of flowing in the live as we do everything every day. So, all right. So any questions about anything? Again, these drawers are on a flash sale right now. You can grab them and organize your supplies. I absolutely love having them at my fingertips to be able to just pull what I need. I don't have to dig through any drawers. I don't have to fight to see what I have. I can simply open the drawer and see all the colors. I can pull them out and use them, and I can put them back. Oh, excuse me. And again, colored pencils, they're great for that because you can see all your colors. You can pull them, keep them all organized, and grab as you need them. Love that. So these are really, really nice for being able to kind of force you to use the supplies that you have. Oh, goodness. Okay. The other thing I will tell you is if you enjoy homesteading content, cooking, canning, we're restoring an 1860s home, DIY style. So we're sharing all of that as we go. This is the TikTok page for that. If you want to follow us at Handmade Homestead, Pamela Tyner on TikTok, IG Handmade Homestead, and we do all kinds of that kind of content. So be sure you give us a follow on that page as well, because it is lots of recipes, lots of canning, gardening, and home DIY, like restoration stuff. We have been, for the last year and a half, we've been restoring an 1860s home, and we're doing it DIY style. So we're doing it on a budget. We're doing it as we have the money, and we've finished the detached garage. We've turned it into a tiny house. That's where my husband and I are living. And then we are restoring the main house for my daughter and son-in-law and grandkids. And we are starting a homestead. So I hope that you guys will follow us on that page as well. That is this page right here. And this is the IG handle for that same page. Okay. All right. Any questions on anything else? That same page. Okay. All right. Any questions on anything else? My colored pencils too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another 6 drawer set. I've just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. They stack, but I don't think I want to stack it that high because then I have to reach up, pull it all the way out to see. So I think I want to have it right there where my markers are and then shift that down, or maybe put both of my marker things side by side and then do those side by side and then move this down. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do it yet, how I'm going to arrange it. But when I do, I will let you guys know how I decide to do it. Okay, any questions on anything else that we used today? Again, we used the colored pencils. We used the Meeden paints. We used the Meeden paper. We used the Meeden brushes. We also used the Nick Pro mechanical pencil set. We used the Golden Maple detail brush set. And we used the Grabby multi-liners. The pencil set that we used was the Color colored pencils, which I absolutely love and cannot recommend enough. All of that to create our tutorial for today, which was this beautiful patchwork duck to go with our patchwork series that we have been working on. So all of these tutorials, this one, not this one will go up today, but these 2 tutorials and all of the other tutorials that I have, that I've done live, are uploaded to my Tube of You. and will be available at any point. So you can just go there and grab them and do them at your own pace if you missed out on the live tutorials. All right, guys. I hope that you guys had a wonderful, wonderful tutorial this morning and enjoyed it. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning, probably around the same time, maybe earlier. I may come on early tomorrow just because I'm going to have to pack up the motorhome and everything because we're leaving tomorrow afternoon. So I don't know. We'll see. But I will not be on Friday. I will be gone out of town until Monday. So do not expect to see me on live Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I will be at the beach with my grandkids having fun. If I don't, for some reason, come on tomorrow, it's because I got behind and I had to get the motorhome packed up and I just couldn't come on. But I will send out a notification to everybody once I set the event with the time and everything so that you guys will get it. I will send that out tonight or early in the morning as to what time I will be on tomorrow. But it will be morning time and it will probably be early. And it will be something quick because I'm not going to have a ton of time. So love you guys. I enjoyed today's class and I will see. Oh, and I will get these uploaded for you guys. So if while I'm gone, if you guys want to do anything, you can get on and grab them. Okay.